Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to the University of Worcester Arena for the final time of this regular WNBL Division 1 season. Today sees the Worcester Wolves ladies take on the City of London Academy Southwark Pride ladies in the finale to this regular season for the Worcester Wolves ladies. Worcester went down yesterday 101-71 against a tough Barking Abbey London Lions side. Wolves were missing a number of their squad, namely Grace Brownell, Carolina Marquez, Estella Maloney, Shanice Turner and Naomi Turner. However, Inma Bautista continues her rich vein of form, putting up 22 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal and 1 block, whilst her Spanish counterpart, Nuri Sedegea, put up a career-high 20 points, shooting 6 from 9 from the field with 5 rebounds and an assist to note. CoLA are coming off the back of a 64-48 win against Team Solent Kestrels, where Issy Ozzy Mamodu starred for CoLA, posting 22 points, 14 rebounds, shooting 10 from 13 from the field. As we head into today's fixture, we'll see the return of Naomi Turner for coach Ryan Emery's side, which is a huge boost for the Wolves ladies going into a must-win game to secure a place in the playoffs. Today's games have a huge impact for the Wolves ladies' playoff qualification chances. So, buckle up and get ready for this one. If Wolves win, they secure a playoff place. If Wolves lose, and Thames Valley Cavaliers, who are currently taking on the Cardiff Archers down in Cardiff, and they lose, then Wolves qualify for the playoffs. However, if Thames Valley Cavaliers win and Wolves lose, then Thames Valley take the final playoff spot. The current score down in Cardiff at half-time is Thames Valley Cavaliers 39, Cardiff Archers 24. To talk over this final regular season fixture is the man with the silkiest social media skills and a statistician like no other, Mr. Rhys Williams. Good afternoon, Rhys.
Good afternoon, James. And I think Dan Routledge will have a bit to say about that statistician line, but I won't argue with the social media stuff. That's for sure. As it comes to this game, it's implications are skyrocketing as the minutes go on with the Cardiff game as well. So I think that everything's to play for. They're all going to come and play as hard as they can. You mentioned the list of injuries that the Ryan Emery's side have, and it's going to make it a mountain to climb.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's been a story for Ryan Emery's season all year. It's been a bit of a challenge for him coping with these particular injuries. Obviously, namely Carolina Marquez, Grace Brownell, Estella Maloney, and Shanice Turner. Pretty much 4 of your starting 5, if not people coming off the bench to create an impact. So, looking at the rosters today for the City of London Academy Southwark Pride, sees number 4 Chantal Ayton, number 5 Bevan Jakimi Pearson, number 6 Annabelle Isabel Anderson, number 7 and captain Simona Henshaw, number 8 Ibere Egberika, number 9 Lauren Masawi, number 10 Fumi Amode, number 11 Emily O'Connell, number 12 Blanche Tualu, number 13 Summer Aitorrock, number 14 Izzy Ozzy Mamodu, number 15, Molly Lavin, and they're coached by head coach Jackson Gibbons and assistant coach Jay Williams. And then for the Worcester Wolves roster today, we have number 6, Jessie Rowlands, number 7, Nuri Calderon, number 8 and captain Inma Bautista, number 9, Imogen Youd, number 10, Naomi Turner, number 11, Georgia Darby, number 12, Jess Baker, number 13, Shona Williams, and number 15, Layla Hall. And of course, they are coached by head coach Ryan Emery. This is going to be a game that's going to be fiery. It's going to have a lot of competition in it. CoLA currently sitting 3rd in the NBL Division 1 table. Wolves currently sitting in 8th, but depending on what happens down in Cardiff, as we previously mentioned, they could drop down to 9th. So it is a must-win game, and as Rhys mentioned earlier, as the minutes tick on, this game is going to be a must-win for the Worcester Wolves ladies today here at the University of Worcester Arena. Big thank you to the partners and sponsors of the Worcester Wolves. We've got the University of Worcester, of course, Universal Displays, Aston's Coaches, Spirit Executive and DC Base Limited, who also obviously sponsor Grace Brownell directly. 3 minutes to go before tip-off. Rhys, what's your feeling on the first quarter of this game?
By what we've seen in the warm-ups and everything like that, CoLA are going to come out very aggressive. They're going to come out very intimidating. I mean, their warm-up routine is very, very intimidating. They come out looking like a team. They come out looking like a family, and that is going to be a hard thing to come over, to get over for any team, let alone a team riddled with injuries. The bench is not going to be as full. We look at both sides, the depth in the squads for both sides. CoLA have so many more players that they can bring in at the disposal, and it's going to be a really, really tough game for Ryan Emery to try and coach through, and to bring in Naomi Turner for this game. Returning Naomi Turner is going to be a key for this game.
Yeah, I was just about to mention Naomi Turner. I think we'll see her play some big minutes today, especially with the rotation, limited rotation that Coach Emery has to come off the bench. Be an interesting game for both sides, but also for you, the fans at home. Just as we go to about a minute and a half, minute 45 before tip-off, we will be taking a knee in place of for a minute prior to the pre-game, and that is obviously to support the Black Lives Matter. And we will also, obviously, racism has no part in basketball, but let alone basketball, any sport, or any place in the world at all. So that will be happening pre-game. So if you're tuning in and there's a minute that we go quiet, that is the reason for that. But yeah, we're looking at a game that Coach Emery it's must win. It's still half time down in Cardiff, and as I previously mentioned, for those just tuning in, it has a huge impact, the game down in Cardiff. Thames Valley Cavaliers are currently sitting in 9th spot in the table. They're 39 points to 24 up against the Cardiff Archers. If they continue that and win that game, then this turns into a must-win game for Wolves. However, if Cardiff can pull back and win that game down at home at the Archers Arena, then it takes it to Wolves take that 8th playoff spot. So there is all to play for today, and I think you'll see that on the court today. There'll be some fiery encounters. If Inma Bautista, Nuri Calderon can continue their rich vein of form from yesterday, and also Inma's form over the last 3-4 weeks, and the games, the stats that she's been putting up, there's always an opportunity for Coach Emery's side to take this.
I mean, she is a dead-eye shooter, and once she gets going, there's no stopping her. She can pull up at any range and hit shots, so she's just got to keep shooting the lights out, and hoping that CoLA are having a cold night here in Worcester.
It's going to be a very interesting game, that's for sure. As mentioned, we will be taking a minute for the knee for the Black Lives Matter, and as I mentioned, racism has no place in this sport, country, or even the world.
Indeed, it's something that we need to kick out of everyday lives and show our solidarity in form of basketball, using the platform that we have to spread such an important message like the Black Lives Matter movement.
Starting 5 for the Worcester Wolves out on court, so it will be Hall, Calderon, Bautista, Rowlands and Yaud. Imogen Yaud will have to step up and grab some rebounds, as she always does, but also get that three-point shot going. And for CoLA, you have Captain Henshaw, Amode, Jakimi Pearson, O'Connell, and Ozzy Momodu. And it is game time here at the University of Worcester Arena. And for the tip, it will be Ozzy Momodu versus Hall. And as mentioned in the build-up to this game, Ozzy Momodu starred yesterday for CoLA, posting 22 points, 14 rebounds, shooting 10 from 13 from the field. So she's one to watch for CoLA. And we're up, and it is the Wolves ladies that come down with it. Bautista finds Rowlands to first possession, just slips out of her hands. And Wolves are on defense.
It's important, sorry to interrupt there, it's a bit important to get those first possessions off and get your confidence. Rowland's not exactly getting that off to a great start.
Henshaw, captain for CoLA, with the ball in her hands. Drives all the way to the basket, higher, doesn't fall. And Ozzy Momodu grabs the rebound, as we said yesterday. She can't get that to go. Dishes out. Out of bounds, and it will be a Wolves possession. As expected, 2 kg first possessions from both sides in this tough fixture.
It's very important to get your passes off first, get a few passes off, get your feet going a bit, to get the confidence a bit going, get the blood running through your body.
Hall dishes inside to Yaud. Looks to go to work. Hall with the first triple of the game, and it doesn't fall. Ozzy Momodu with another rebound on the defensive end. Gets the ball back. Triple for CoLA. In and out.
And that wing right spot for CoLA, not exactly a great shooting spot for them. 12 for 47 on the season, 26% across the season. Not exactly the shooting spot.
Yao drops it down into Rowlands, looking to find some space. Hall finds Sedegea through the gap, and that just won't fall.
I'll get it to go. The best chance, arguably, for the Worcester Wolves so far, threading the needle through the defence.
And Sedegea is called for the first foul of the game. It's called on the floor, so it will be a CoLA possession through Jakimi Pearson. Into O'Connell. Drives to the basket. Can't get it to go. Ozzy Momodu keeps going, but still can't get that to go. Out of bounds. CoLA ball.
And you've got to admire the battle with Layla Hall against Ozzy Momodu in that painted area. Ozzy Momodu hasn't been able to get a shot off yet, and you have to put that down to the height of Hall.
Good defense from the Wolves. Down to out of bounds. Wolves ball. Great defense from the Wolves ladies. Bautista gets it back from Sedegea Calderon. Calderon Sedegea, apologies. Bautista into Hall. Looking for options. Dishes and a travelling violation given against Hall.
And I like the Wolves' last defensive possession there. They know that CoLA like to force the ball inside. They are over 50% in the season in terms of layups.
Out of bound, Wolves ball.
Definitely a bit shaky here at the beginnings. Lots of turnovers for both sides.
As expected, KG Affair, last one of the season. Wolves with the pressure on now. 16-point game down in Cardiff in favour of Thames Valley, so this is a must-win game for the Wolves. And another sideline possession for the Worcester Wolves. 14 seconds on the shot clock. That battle inside between Ozzy Momodu and Hall is going to be something to behold all game. And here is Hall. Picks up the triple. She can shoot that. Triple for Layla Hall to get the first points of the game for the Wolves. Jakemi Pearson for CoLA. Now O'Connell goes round the screen looking for options. Dishes outside. Jakemi Pearson drives and is blocked by Rowlands.
Fantastic block there, driving inside again. Coach Ryan Emery knows that they're going to be driving inside, and that is going to be key. They're going to have to push out their shooters, CoLA, and try and get some three-point shots underway.
Ozzy Momodu can't get that to go, but gets her own rebound and puts it back for 2. And it's a 1-point ball game. It's just over 7 minutes and a bit of change for this first quarter. Yaud finds Hall. Bautista with a triple. Front rims. Amode finds O'Connell, who finds Ozzy Momodu. Good stand from Sedegea, but can't get the... But Ozzy Momodu goes over the top and off the glass. And here is Bautista. She's going to be key for this Worcester Wolves ladies team. Sedegea Calderon finds Hall at the top. Bautista gets the ball screen from Hall, drives, finds Hall in the middle. Calderon for 3, back irons, and rebound grab Worcester Wolves ladies. Bautista drives and can't get it to go, but is fouled. Good work there inside by Inma Bautista.
And you've got to think that she's riding the momentum of yesterday's game, coming off with a huge 22 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists. And in fact, she has to be somewhat tired. The rotation has to be there because she played all 40 minutes of yesterday's game. And I mean, to even be playing, you have to play 40 minutes, two games in a row. I mean, I couldn't do it.
Absolutely. Substitutions for both sides. Shona Williams has checked in for the Wolves ladies for Imogen Yaud. And Lavin and Egbarika have checked in. Ozzy Momodu has taken a breather alongside Jakimi Pearson.
And that free throw miss is a bit of an unusual one because, I mean, I have witnessed Bautista shooting from the line. She once hit 96 from 100 from the line in a practice.
Egbarika finds Henshaw.
Captain looking to get
mid-range 2. Nice from the captain Henshaw.
Averaging 13.9 points per game and 4.6 rebounds per game.
Bautista gets it back from Rowland. You can see the intensity from both of these sides already.
Absolutely, they're battling back and forth.
Williams going to work, dishes, and Rowlands just can't keep hold of it. O'Connell out to Amode, gets it back, looks to go to work.
Charge.
Great stand from Inma Bautista. O'Connell called for the offensive foul there.
Allowed CoLA bench trying to intimidate the Worcester Wolves, but the Wolves are still in it, only 1 basket behind. It's been very, very tense. It's been hard to break the deadlock so far.
And it's actually Anderson that's checked into the game rather than Egbarika. Apologies on that one. Williams drives high off the window, can't get it to fall. O'Connell's out and running for CoLA. Lavin looking to go to work inside. Great move, dishes outside to Anderson for 3, doesn't fall. And Bautista picks it up on a rebound, picking up that stat line again from yesterday.
That's the best statistically shot 3-point area for CoLA. 33% on the season for CoLA. That corner 3-point spot, can't get it to go. Their best chance to push this lead.
Foul given against number 10, Fumi Amode for CoLA. So it will be a Wolves sideline possession. And a substitution coming here. And Egbarika will check in now. And O'Connell takes a breather for CoLA. Deep rotation here for CoLA compared to the Worcester Wolves, so will that play out in the second half? Bautista finds Williams. She drives, dishes, Hall, Calderon. Coach Emery going with a big 3 up top with Hall, Williams and Calderon. Long pass, wow. And Lavin picks it up. Henshaw with the assist from CoLA, puts it out to a 4-point ball game.
Coach Ryan Emery's trying to match the intensity and the physicality that CoLA are bringing by bringing this big side into the game at this point, early into this first half.
Bautista drives. There's a nice dish to Hall. Rowlands on the cut. Nice basketball from Wolves ladies. Good ball rotation to find that look
I think that's what you call liquid basketball.
Lavin with a triple. Doesn't fall. Williams grabs the rebound, helped out by Calderon, and she finds Spanish counterpart and captain of the Worcester Wolves ladies, Inma Bautista.
That shot has only ever worked 3 times this season. 3 out of 18 for CoLA, the top of the 3-point line.
And Anderson converts the 2 points, so it takes it back out to a 4-point ball game.
The layup's as easy as you get.
Long pass.
Quarterback pass.
Obarika dishes and finds Captain Henshaw for 2. And a timeout called there by the Worcester Wolves ladies. So 6-point ball game, 3 minutes 48 to go. First quarter. Reece, your assessment so far?
Well, the intensity's been there, the desperation's been there. You have to credit both sides for bringing that. It was definitely a bit shaky to start with. Back and forth possessions were lost, and you can't fault both sides. They both played yesterday. They're both going to be running on some sort of tired legs, and they're going to have to just be running on fumes at this point. And as we said before, the implications of this game are huge, along with the game in Cardiff. So I think that we have to credit these, especially Coach Ryan Emery's side. He's going to want to try and push the ball a bit more, get those shots open. Hall was fantastic 3-point shooter, not really known for her 3-point shooting usually, but she was able to help out, and Inma Bautista is going to need that help down the stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, that game down in Cardiff has big implications on this. And Thames Valley are currently 54 points to 39 up to 25 to go third quarter. So it becomes a must-win game for the Wolves ladies. As you mentioned as well, tough intensity, high intensity game with a lot of pressure. And for me, I think with the deeper rotation that you see from CoLA, it's going to take its toll on Wolves ladies. But let's not take anything away from these Wolves ladies. They have got fire in their bellies. On court now is George Darby for the first time this afternoon, and she is another dead-eye 3-point shooter. Just needs the space to get it. Bautista over the timeline off the press defense from CoLA. Bautista guarded by Henshaw. Nice dish inside from Darby. Williams keeps it hold of it. Nice. Good hustle. Hand in. Bautista just can't keep hold of it, and Lavin is away and running for CoLA. Just won't go. Caught her ankle slightly.
Yeah, on the landing there, Lavin was kind of limping a bit. I think it may have been as she went up, because it was a wide open layup. Hoping that she is okay and we can get some help on her there.
Lavin takes a breather, and Jakemi Pearson checks in for her. Inbound coming from Egbarika, who finds Ozzy Momodu with a great finish inside, and that's what she can do. She's up to 5 points already. Bautista finds Williams.
A Wolves ball.
Hand in from CoLA. This is going to be the story of the game. It's going to be fiery. It's going to be intense, and I can't see this intensity dropping for the whole 4 quarters. Calderon to inbound for Wolves ladies. Long to Bautista. She pulls up mid-range 2. Just can't get it to go.
The mid-range 2 is arguably one of the hardest shots to guard in basketball.
Travelling violation given against Ozzy Momodu. Great defense from Yaud. And Coach Emery will be pulling her in for those types of plays on the defensive end. But she's also a great 3-point shooter when she gets the space. Bautista finds Yaud. Calderon spins, trying to find the space, gets blocked by Ozzy Momodu. Jakemi Pearson off and running. Ozzy Momodu. Darby does as much as she can, but puts it to a 2-point ball game.
There was a rather big size advantage there for Momodu. I think that is going to be key going forward in this game.
Out of bounds, CoLA ball. As you can hear over the commentary, Bautista questioning that with the referee. put her foot out of bounds before she threw the ball off the CoLA player's leg. Lavin's checked back in, and Naomi Turner has checked in for Wolves ladies in place of Calderon. O'Connell, Jakimi Pearson round to Eberika. Jakimi Pearson drives, gets through traffic, can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed by Yaud. And an unfortunate clash there on the floor. A free call to stop for just to check everybody's okay.
When you're trying to fast break, it's pretty difficult to know where to step. You just got to think, got to run up the court as fast as possible.
Darby finds Williams, and we're over the timeline. Turner. Naomi Turner, travelling violation given against Turner.
And it's going to be hard for CoLA to try and counter what Naomi Turner brings, because they probably didn't know that she was going to be playing in this game. So it's a bit of a surprise for them. They're going to have to adapt to her game and try and see what she offers.
O'Connell dishes out to Lavin. Gets it back and goes to Eberika. She drives. Good stand from Bautista. Jakimi Pearson drives baseline, dishes inside. Ozzy Momodu can't finish, tipped out of bounds. Wolves ball. 10-point ball game here at the University of Worcester Arena, and down in Cardiff going into the fourth quarter. It is a 15-point ball game in favour of Thames Valley Cavaliers. Bautista drives, interception by Lavin. Ozzy Momodu off the window for two, pushes it out. 12-point ball game.
And that is point number 10, double digits for Momodu. And I think that's just going to be the story of the game, her dominance inside.
Yaud goes through her hands and goes out of bounds.
So happened on numerous occasions, that has.
Substitution here for CoLA. Ozzy Momodu takes a breather. Amode checks back in for her.
And this should be where the Wolves try to take the advantage. The dominance isn't inside anymore, and they can try and take advantage while hitting some key three-point shots.
O'Connell. Amode drives. Lavin out to O'Connell. Puts it up high. Doesn't fall, and Naomi Turner's there to grab the rebound, and we are off and running with the Wolves ladies. Bautista overarm pass to Yaud. She can't get that to go, and Lavin comes down with the rebound.
Yaud, putting up the prayer there, trying to hit it off the backboard, trying to, not getting as close to the bucket as possible.
Nice play inside, dishes out, one more, great ball movement, mid-range two, doesn't fall, and Shona Williams comes up with it for the Wolves ladies. Long overarm pass, and a foul is called.
Trying to reach in from behind Turner there, trying to get the ball. I think the intensity needs to be picked up a lot here. The quarterback passing's not working. They need to bring it up the court, a bit more work and dribble within the CoLA defense. You
can feel the tension in the room, obviously, with the Wolves needing this win. They're trying everything they possibly can to get stuff to go. O'Connell with the ball. Final possession of this first quarter. O'Connell drives, gets it, the circus shot won't go. End of the quarter, and it is the City of London Academy Southwark Pride 18, Worcester Wolves ladies 6. Reece, your assessment of that first quarter?
Well, it was a great start for both sides. Almost, you have to look at. Well, I say great start. It wasn't a great start. They constant turnovers, back and forth. Great defense from both sides in terms of attacking. Not too much, but then the second half, Coach Ryan Emery took the timeout, and since then they haven't been able to lift the basket, unfortunately, and that's been the big story of that first quarter. They haven't really scored since about 5 minutes in.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it feels as if you can feel the pressure in the room, as I said, just coming into the back end of that first quarter. Wolves know that this is a must-win game for them, and CoLA know that it's a must-win game for the Wolves as well. So there is added pressure on this game, as much as it's a game that finalises this NBL Division 1 season for both sides, but the extra pressure for Wolves is to win. So we're watching the Cardiff Archers game as well. It's currently to Thames Valley Cavaliers, and they're just about to throw up a triple, which doesn't fall, but it's a 17-point ball game, 19-point ball game now, as they get a layup off the back of that 3-point rebound.
The tally of their score is just going up and it's up and it's up, and I think that it's going to be a really tough game to come back in this one. 12 points down, sorry, in the first quarter, and I mean, can it go up from here? I mean, the only way is up. Here, that you can score more than 6 in the second quarter. Comeback.
Absolutely, and I think CoLA have done a great job to nullify the challenge of Emma Bautista and Nuri Sedegaya. If you look at the score sheet, Layla Hall with a triple, Emma Bautista 1 from the free throw line, and Jessie Rowland with 2. So that's your 6 points for the Worcester Wolves ladies. And for Southwark Pride, no surprise really, coming off the back of what she did yesterday. Ozzy Mamodu with 11 points, and she's got 6 rebounds as well. Layla Hall, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. So she's had a great start, and she's back on court now. Bautista over timeline, and this is what we expected from CoLA. O'Connell putting the pressure on Bautista, and a jump ball is called. Possession now in favour of CoLA.
And the pick and roll is something that just did work. You got to try and get Emma Bautista open, maybe for threes, get her driving into the lane. Because, I mean, if Emma Bautista can drive to the lane more, she can get to the line more and, draw fouls. And that's what she needs to be doing. She needs to be drawing fouls, and that's what the Worcester Wolves need to be doing. Driving, drawing fouls, and getting to the line.
Good ball movement from CoLA. Kimmy Pearson picks up the triple. Lavin's there to reset, and 1.
Count it, and 1. Lavin
to the line to convert the 3-point play. And the foul was given on number 15 for the Worcester Wolves ladies, Layla Hall.
And the corner 3 is something that CoLA don't go to very often. 17% on the season.
Converts from the line.
And obviously Lavin was there to pick up the pieces of that 3-point shot and get to the line for the and 1.
Darby finds Williams. And there's Bautista, but she can't get that to go. Lavin over the top to O'Connell. She drives. Wow, nice pass from Emily O'Connell to find Egbarika for the 2.
The needle has been threaded.
Turner holds it up for Darby to run the point guard position. Georgia Darby. Turner drives, pulls back out to Georgia Darby for the Wolves ladies. Into Williams. Nice spin move from Shona Williams, but can't get it to fall. Lavin comes up with it and finds Jakimi Pearson. Long to Egbarika. Skip pass across. O'Connell thinks about it, but a travelling violation given.
Kind of a hop there on both feet. Trying to get the quick hop step to try and drive to the basket and travelling in the process.
Kimmy Pearson takes a breather, and number 9, Lauren Masawi, checks in for CoLA. Bautista closely guarded by O'Connell. This is going to be a battle that we see all day.
Well, they know who they've had to scout, especially after yesterday's game.
Turner goes up and throws it over the backboard, out of bounds for CoLA ball. And the job's not going to get any easier for the Worcester Wolves ladies, as Amole takes a breather and Ozzy Mamodu checks in for her.
Pretty sure Ozzy Mamodu played 31 minutes yesterday. She only takes short breaks, and when she comes into the game, she plays elongated periods, and it's dominance.
Lavin.
Off-ball foul there.
Yeah, giving it number 13, Shona Williams. I think she just ran through Ozzy Mamodu to get to that that shot challenge, but refs managed to see it, so it's called as a foul. And Egbarika finds O'Connell. Masawi loses the handle. Turner comes up with it, and we're off and running. Bautista around the back, holding the ball. finds Darby. Bautista skips over to Turner. Hand in from Egberica, and it was definitely a foul.
Definitely, definitely.
And a substitution coming in for Wolves ladies. Naomi Turner will take a breather, and number 12, Jess Baker, checks in for the first time this afternoon. She inbounds and finds Bautista. Nice jab step move. Darby for the triple. Doesn't fall. Ozzy Momodu there with the rebound for CoLA.
Of course.
Great player, great rebounder for this CoLA side. Lavin into Ozzy Momodu against Hall in the post. Looks to go to work. Dishes out. O'Connell. And a triple. Doesn't fall from Masawi. Wolves come up with it. And it's Bautista. Closely guarded by O'Connell. Finds Hall in the post. Dishes to Shona Williams, who goes to work and puts it up, but that won't fall. And Egberica comes up with it. Out to Masawi. Cross to Ozzy Momodu. Great ball movement. Lavin overcooks it.
Rebound there. Great rebound. Great hustle.
From Egberica. Dish inside. She gets it. And Lavin from that wing spot. Doesn't fall. But O'Connell comes up with the rebound for CoLA. And Ozzy Momodu goes up. Can't get it to go.
Three-point shooting is not the strongest suit for CoLA there. The outlet pass is not working for Emma Bautista today. The ball seems to be travelling through the hands of the Worcester Wolves.
Substitution coming in for the Wolves. Calderon checks in, Darby checks out, and Ozzy Momodu has taken another breather.
Nuri Calderon as well, having a fantastic game yesterday. 20 points, 5 rebounds and 1 assist. Helping Emma Bautista there.
Idle Rock dishes out, and Lavin comes up with a rebound, can't get it to go. But it's fouled.
And Lavin as well, yesterday as well in CoLA's win, coming up with 9 points and 4 rebounds. A very sort of important display and involvement from her. And she's showing that today as well.
So unlucky with the first from the line. Hall called for the foul there for the Worcester Wolves. Lavin gets 1 from 2 from the line. Substitutions coming in for both sides. So Layla Hall takes a breather, Jessie Rollins checks in, Emily O'Connell takes a breather, and Anderson checks in for her. 6 minutes left in this second quarter. Calderon and an interception. Dishes, nice dish to find Henshaw from Anderson for CoLA, and we're out to a 20-point ball game.
And it's almost been the time of a quarter since the Worcester Wolves last scored.
Baker to hit the triple, overcooks it, but Rollins is there to clean up. That won't fall, but gets another rebound. Finds Williams, thinks about the triple. Nice dish inside. Baker is blocked. Calderon can't keep it in bounds, and it's a CoLA ball.
The defensive rotations here are impressive. CoLA are showing why they are near the top of the table. Their defensive rotations, they're just on the team rotations, how the squad management as well, and the dominance inside. I mean, what's there to question about that? It's flawless.
Yeah, absolutely, and we can't. As I mentioned it in the pre-game build-up, but obviously Wolves without Carolina Marquez, Grace Brownell, Stella Maloney, and Shanice Turner for today's game. So there's 4 what you would call very key players for the Wolves out.
And you would
out of bounds for CoLA there, and it will be Wolves ball. Sorry, Reece.
You can arguably say that all of those are starters.
Yeah.
You know, you could say that those are starter players. I mean, you look at Grace Brownell and Carolina Marquez. They are some of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Yeah, and I think for me, even if Grace Brownell And CoLA put another 2 in through Lavin. If Grace Brownell has been out for quite a while with the season, Estella Maloney has really stepped up into that position and helped out with this Wolves ladies team. And to lose her as well, and that's nice from Shona Williams to go to the hoop. This is what Wolves ladies need to do. And we say it's a 20-point ball game. There's still 24.5 minutes to go of basketball, so this can flip very quickly. Wolves ladies go on a run, get some stops, it will, and there we go, there's the first one. Good interception hand from Calderon, and Lavin turns around with the 2, and Williams comes up with the rebound. First stop they're going to need, and Bautista bringing it up and finds Rowlands. She drives baseline, and out of bounds, Wolves ball.
Almost a steal there, but on the landing there, landing out of bounds, and not quite able to keep it in for Masawi.
Rowlands dishes long to Bautista. Jab step. Pulls up off the window, doesn't fall. Ital Rock comes down with the rebound and finds Anderson.
Neri turning on pest mode, trying to get the ball as immediate press.
Wolves in that 2-3 zone. Lavin out to Masawi. She drives in and dishes. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Henshaw with a triple for CoLA. Dagger to the heart of the Worcester Wolves ladies. Rowlands finds Williams. And Bautista gets it. Jab, drives, finds some space all the way through. Just can't get it to fall. And Captain Henshaw is on the run. Jump stop 2 for CoLA.
Emma Bautista does all the hard work. She gets round the players, but then as soon as she gets to the basket, she's swamped.
And a timeout is going to be called there by the Worcester Wolves ladies. 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go in this first half of basketball. CoLA 33, Wolves 8.
Well, in the first half, when I said you could score more than 6 from the last quarter, I actually was being serious. 2 points in this quarter. It's been very, very hands-on defense for CoLA. They have known where the passing lanes are, and that's because the passing outlet is Emma Bautista, and she needs options right now. She needs open players. She needs players to get open, and those players really do need to focus around her and looking for those outlet passes, getting open, making sure that players are in their shooting spots, and the Wolves just aren't doing that today.
We look at the stat sheet. Field goals 3 from 21 for the Worcester Wolves, which is a percentage of 14, and CoLA 15 from 38, so 39% for them. 39% isn't brilliant, if we're being honest, and CoLA they're not doing anything particularly special. They're 1 from 8 from 3-point range, 14 from 30 from 2-point range, whereas you look at the Wolves, 3 from 21, 2 from 15 from 2-point range, and 1 from 6 from 3-point range. It's just one of those games where it just feels like Wolves get to the paint, get inside, get through the traffic, put the ball up, and it just won't fall. Hopefully that will change now and going into this second half of basketball as well. And trust me, this game's not over. I know Coach Emery, he will be making sure that this game is not over by a long shot.
Well, I mean, CoLA defensively are pinching at the basket. It's either Lavin or Ozzy Mamodu who are going to be mainly blocking you because of how tall they are.
And a triple from the corner for Captain Henshaw doesn't fall.
A sense of frustration maybe from Calderon there, trying to snatch at the ball.
Yeah, foul given against Calderon on Twalu.
And one thing to mention as well, if you look at the turnover count for the Worcester Wolves, 17 turnovers, and 8 of those from Bautista, showing her lack of options when going forward.
And another triple going up for CoLA, and sinks it from Anderson on that wing.
And when you talk about daggers, that is definitely one of them. What a shot. Trying to put this game to bed before the half is even done.
Rowlands into Calderon for the Worcester Wolves ladies. Finds Bautista into Williams. She can go to work in that post and is fouled. More of that from Shona Williams. Get it into the post and get her work moving those feet. She's got great footwork in the post and draws the foul.
And if they can do that, try and draw some fouls towards Lavin or Ozzy Momodu, then you get those players in foul trouble. You get them out of the game, and that's what they could do down the stretch. And Shona Williams can take advantage of that.
First is good from Williams from the line.
Smooth as you like. Can she sink the second?
She gets both. I was looking at you there as commentator's curse, but she's gone against that, which is nice. And Anderson is out and running and finds Henshaw. Anderson into Lavin. Wow, some good ball movement from CoLA. And Twalu for a triple from the same spot.
You just can't help it. What a shot that is.
Rowlands, long, out of bounds, pass.
That wing left shot from CoLA is their most favoured shot from three-point range. 33%, as I mentioned before, on the season in
Anderson.
that wing spot.
Twalu for a back-to-back three. Doesn't fall. Tough fall there from Shona Williams, but she's back on her feet.
Tough mentality on Shona there to get back up, play through it.
Foul was given against number 13, Summer Eitelrock. And Bautista for the Wolves ladies into Williams. Bautista. Here we go, Williams. Turn around. Drives, can't get it to go. Twalu comes up with it. Over the timeline, Henshaw. Dishes. Doesn't fall off the glass from Anderson. Lavin finds Twalu via Henshaw. Lavin in the high post, drives, puts it up, and friendly bounce, and it falls. Everything seems to be falling for CoLA here. Bautista. Calderon. Rowlands. Williams. Calderon. Dishes inside, but miscommunication. Henshaw to Lavin, and up from Anderson. Final 45 seconds of this first half. Calderon finds Williams to Bautista, out of bounds. Wolves ball. Substitution coming in for the Wolves ladies.
And it's important to note,
Nuri Calderon takes breather. Georgia Darby checks in for her.
it's all over in Cardiff.
Thames Valley take it 73
to 50.
23-point game. So Wolves needed the win from Archers to get the playoff position. Doesn't come, so they have to win this game now. Bautista, Rowlands, Darby into Williams. Shona Williams going to work and is fouled, and the circus just won't fall. She's tough inside.
She is, and she's doing everything she can to step up. The mental, capacity on her, the way that she's able to get through to the basket, her movement is phenomenal, and we need to see more of this from Williams.
She goes to the line for two. First is good. Shooting well from the line today.
Indeed, it's something that you have to try and do as a player. You need to go to the line and sink your shots.
Misses the second. Commentator's curse.
Off the front iron.
Big hustle from both sides here. Just managed to get over, and it's a 8-second violation called. Referee's having a conversation about this one.
It did come over. We are pretty much sitting on the halfway line. I did see it come over, but I also did see it go over.
So it could be a backcourt violation.
I think it could be a backcourt violation.
14 seconds on the shot clock. Bautista. Bautista dishes and finds Baker out of bounds from CoLA. 7.9 on the game clock, 7 on the shot clock.
Needs to be a big play here from the sideline. Figure out something out of the playbook.
Bautista into Williams. Manages to back down but can't get it to go. Tips out of bounds. 1.4 remains on the game clock, and it will be Wolves to inbound end line.
Ryan Emery's going to have to run some sort of whirling derby special.
Bautista needs to get it off and does, and makes it at the end of the first half. So 43 points to CoLA, 14 to the Worcester Wolves. Story of the first half from you, Reese?
Dominance from CoLA, and I mean you can see now Emma Bautista being taken alongside. You know, she's trying to do the best that she can. She can't take it personally. She can't, you know, take this loss on herself. You know, the team has to be working with her. Her and Nuri Calderon as well. I think that this is going to be a big game for both of those. These side, you know, we've seen Shona Williams stepping up. We've seen Layla Hall stepping up. It's time for those other players on the bench, you know, Jessie Rowlands, Imogen Yaud as well, to try and step up to get in to the game and to help Emma Bautista, who hit that amazing three-point shot at the end of the first half. So her turnover count is up to 8, and I think that, you know, she's trying to quarterback pass almost to open players. Shooters need to be in their spots, and CoLA, I mean, they're pinching on the defense. The defense was working at first, but it's the counter attacks, it's the fast breaks from CoLA that are punishing. And I mean, what else can you say? Their transition finishing is second to none here.
Yeah, it's 23 points off from turnovers, 30 points in the paint, and fast break points 20. So you take away those points from turnovers, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Indeed, you know, you look at that type of situation, and you know, you don't have CoLA sitting on 3 players who have double digits in points. You know, you've got Lavin, who's on 10. You've got Ozzy Momodu, who's on 10 as well, and you've also got the captain in Henshaw, who is on 11 right now. And I mean, a dominant display for, you know, all around. Ozzy Momodu on for another double-double. I mean, she's averaging a double-double this season. 12.8 points per game, 13.6 rebounds per game. Averaging a double-double like that shows the signs of a dominant player.
Absolutely. We will take a short break here. We'll be back with you in about 8 minutes' time. Don't go anywhere, and join us back at the University of Worcester in about 8 minutes' time. So welcome back to the University of Worcester Arena for this NBL Division 1 finale between the Worcester Wolves ladies and CoLA Southwark Pride. 43 points to CoLA, 14 to the Worcester Wolves. With me this afternoon is Reese Williams.
Hello.
And it is a tough afternoon for these Wolves ladies. As we mentioned earlier, 4 of the team out with injury, namely Grace Brownell, Carolina Marquez, Estella Maloney and Shanice Turner. So it was always going to be a tough day for the Wolves ladies.
Well, it's been a tough half a season, missing out on Grace Brownell, who's created so many magical moments in terms of scoring and three-point shots, sending the Wolves to overtime, and just creating an atmosphere, and they're missing Carolina Marquez, who helps Emma Bautista run the guard spots and taking passes, shooting the ball, and then Shanice Turner, a serial rebounder in my opinion, someone that could help in this game, especially against Ozzy Momodu, who is an absolute force to be reckoned with on the inside.
Yeah, it's tough for the Worcester Wolves ladies. Shanice Turner does a bit of everything for the ladies as well. Brings in the rebound and, as you said, has that inside play, can pull up mid-range and the three-point shot. So there's a lot missing for the Worcester Wolves ladies. As I mentioned at the start of this game, if Thames Valley took the win down in Cardiff, which they did by 25, then the Wolves needed to win this to stay in playoff contention. It puts them down in 9th at the moment. They need the win to stay in playoff contention. But as we see right now, it is a tough ask going into this second half for the Wolves. Looking at the stat sheet, Wolves have shot 17% from field goals, which is the story of the day really, and also given up the turnovers to allow this CoLA team to take this huge lead. 20 turnovers in the first half is just simply not good enough from the Worcester Wolves ladies. However, as we mentioned, it's a tough afternoon with so many players missing. I know Coach Emery has been talking to the players all the way through this half-time break and will have put some plans in place. Big thing for me is Shona Williams has come off the bench and really made an impact, has gone to work in the post, and she posts 5 points from the bench, leading all scorers for the Worcester Wolves. Looking at the stats for CoLA, it is captain Simona Henshaw with 11, and Lavin, Ozzy Momodu both up there with 10 points, and Anderson has hit 7 as well. 42% shooting from CoLA, 3 from 12 from the three-point range as well, and they have only given up 9 turnovers, so story of the day there. 23 points for CoLA off those turnovers, so if Wolves can cut these turnovers out, it doesn't seem like it'll be that much of a difficult game. They just need to get their shooters shooting and hitting those three-point shots and those inside shots as well.
Definitely, you need to just take some shots at this point. Doesn't matter if they go in. You miss all the shots you don't take, as the famous saying goes. So they just need to get to the basket more, cut out the turnovers, and those turnover points. We'd be sitting with a much closer game without these. I think it's 20 turnovers in the game now. So it's not looking pretty. Cut out the turnovers in this game, and they could bring it back. But it's
free up those shooters.
Indeed, definitely. You free up the shooters, less of the turnovers, and there's still a Ben Nevis style mountain to climb in this game.
Yeah, 100% with you there, Reese. Big thank you to the league partners for keeping this league running: Wilson, Dynamic, SportServe and Sure Shot. Make sure you keep up to date with all the latest news and developments with the Worcester Wolves teams by following them across their social media network on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and LinkedIn. And make sure you subscribe to Worcester Wolves YouTube channel and turn on notifications to ensure you never miss a game, interview, highlight or feature this season and next. Also, don't forget to visit the Worcester Wolves online store to get all your Worcester Wolves merchandise. We have something for everyone. Visit www.worcesterwolves.org. Huge thanks to the fans and the sponsors for their continued support this season. And we are just about to get underway in this second half of basketball, and it will be a Wolves possession through number 6, Jesse Rowlands.
And just as you mentioned there, the fans, without the fans watching at home, this would not be possible. So thank you all to the ones watching at home.
And Bautista finds Georgia Darby into Williams. I think we might see this quite a lot. Darby looks to drive, bit more ball movement here from the Wolves. Calderon into Williams. Head fake, goes to work, can't get it to go. And Ozzy Momodu comes up with it. O'Connell into Amode for the 2 off the window. Bautista finds Calderon. Back to Bautista. Dishes, finds Williams, and she is fouled as she tried to drive to the basket.
You got to work on those fouls, chip away, especially with a player like Henshaw. You know, you build up, 3 or 4 fouls. She's going to have to, miss minutes. She's going to have to sit out the game to avoid getting fouled out.
Darby inbounds and finds Bautista. O'Connell has been all over Bautista. O'Connell finds Amode, and she puts it in for another 2. Rowlands inbounds and finds Darby. Darby drives, dishes out to Calderon. She goes up and is fouled.
More of this intensity. The turnovers obviously need to be cut out. Emma Bautista, you can't exactly help, tripping over, losing the ball there, but the transition buckets for CoLA are definitely going to be a key from keeping this lead.
Calderon good with her first from the line. Foul was called on number 14, Ozzy Momodu for CoLA.
That's a player you want to rack up fouls as a team.
And both from the line for Calderon. Inbound pass coming from captain Simona Henshaw for CoLA, finds O'Connell. Great game that O'Connell has had. Hasn't put up many points, but she's been a force to be reckoned with on defense. Henshaw, O'Connell thinks about the triple but steps in, dishes across. Good ball movement from CoLA. Henshaw with a long triple! Simona Henshaw with a triple there for CoLA.
And it's all smiles from Henshaw. She knows how good she is.
Bautista drive in, can't get that to go. Long pass up the court, finds Ozzy Momodu from Jakimi Pearson. She can't get it to go, but gets to Ozzy Momodu. Wow. Simona Henshaw can't get the back-to-back to go, and O'Connell is fouled by Calderon.
I think that Ryan Emery needs to bring in some size into this game. Bring in Yaud, bring in Hall as well. Both those rebounders just to level the playing field a little bit. It's going to be tough either way, but a bit of size never hurt anybody.
O'Connell good with her first from the line. First points of the ball game for her. And the second. Rowlands to inbound, finds Bautista. Rowlands, hand in from Ozzy Momodu.
There's sanitizer flying everywhere.
Story of the year. Bautista finds Calderon at the top. Calderon dishes, but Williams doesn't cut, and Henshaw comes up with it for CoLA. Out of bounds from the Worcester Wolves through Calderon, so it will be ball inbound for Henshaw.
I feel like heads are starting to drop now. You're seeing some disappointed faces.
Ozzy Momodu is fouled. No question about that one.
Definitely a bump in the back, and this is exactly what I was talking about. As we see the preparations, the substitutions, Yaud and Hall coming in, adding some size and rebound advantage.
For Calderon, and Williams taking a breather, and substitution for CoLA coming in after the shot. Modu to the line for 2. Uncharacteristic miss from Izzy Momodu.
She's very, very deadly inside. A height advantage to get to the basket easy.
Misses them both.
Has trouble getting it
Out
to
of
go
bounds.
from the line.
Comes off Hall, so will be. Oh, correction. Comes off CoLA, so will be Wolves ball. Izzy Momodu. Ozzy Momodu takes a breather, and Aiton checks in for her. So CoLA quite small on the floor now, with Wolves bringing in their big players. Thrown out of bounds.
They need
Off
to come
the foot
closer.
of CoLA.
They need to come closer to Emma Bautista so that she can get the passes off.
See the frustration on Bautista's face here.
Absolutely.
Darby finds Bautista. Darby, nice.
Brilliant.
Puts it
Faker.
up high, off the window. Nice from Georgia Darby for the Worcester Wolves.
Fantastic little fake there. The defender leans, opens
O'Connell.
up.
Wow, good ball movement from CoLA, and Aiton is fouled by Bautista. Substitution here for the Worcester Wolves. Bautista taking a breather. Jess Baker checks in for her.
I think you can see the frustration from Bautista. You know, she needs this break. Otherwise, mentally and physically, she is going to, you know, collapse and trying to do everything.
Aiton doesn't hit, and Henshaw has taken a breather, and Lavin has checked in for her. Second miss as well. Lavin comes up with a rebound. O'Connell swings. Long two from Jakimi Pearson, doesn't fall. Yao comes up with a rebound, and Georgia Darby on the run for the Wolves. Baker finds Rowlands. And turnover, long pass out from CoLA. Nice dish inside for Lavin, off the window. Amode saw O'Connell on the run, and she dished inside.
And they should know that cross-court passes don't really work.
And 8-second violation given against the Wolves. Ladies, substitutions for CoLA.
And you see
Amode, O'Connell, and Jakimi Pearson check out.
And you see that, you know, the three of the Wolves players just darting down the court, you know, not offering much help in terms of transition, and that's what caused the turnover and the 8-second violation.
Anderson drives, nice backdoor dish. Finds Aitor Rock, who finds Lavin out to Aiton. Lavin dishes, and a shot clock violation given against CoLA.
Uncharacteristic. Definitely.
Substitutions are big changes, though.
Definitely. But you know, uncharacteristic for this side, and you know, we've seen, as I mentioned earlier, kind of liquid basketball, and another turnover for the Wolves.
Lavin comes up with it. Finds Anderson, who drives, puts it up, doesn't fall. And a triple from Masawi to hit that for CoLA. Darby. Trap defense and another turnover.
I think that's turnover number 25 now. We're only halfway through this
And a triple attempt here for CoLA. Back rims, but Lavin comes up with the rebound. Gets it back from Masawi. Lavin dishes. And a retake for... And another offensive board for CoLA. And Lavin's there to put it back for two. Timeout called by the Worcester Wolves.
Indeed. The battle at inside has stopped. The drive isn't there at this point. The thing is, right, for people watching at home that think this is a very one-sided game, this is very uncharacteristic. You know, it's a huge mountain to climb. This team can do it. This team know that they can do it, and Coach Ryan Emery knows that this team can do it. You know, they have produced some very, very promising battles throughout this season. They had a really good start to the season. They were one of the dark horses in the league, in the WNBL Division 1 this season. And we're seeing a very dominant CoLA team that are coming here with all the confidence in the world. They serve a lot of intimidation, and that's the thing that we are dealing with, a top tier team in this division.
They beat Team Solent Kestrel 64-48 yesterday, so the confidence is going to be high for CoLA. And Wolves are, as we keep mentioning, missing four of their key players: Grace Brownell, Carolina Marquez, Estella Maloney, and Shanice Turner. So it's a tough mountain to climb.
And that's the majority of where the scoring comes from. You miss those players, you miss maybe 40, 50 points from there. And the players on the court, they give it their all every single time. Not to say that they're not scorers, but we don't see a lot. When Shanice Turner, when Grace Brown was on the court, Layla Hall is a very good rebounder, and as she's displayed, she's a very good three-point shooter too, when called upon.
Baker, Bautista, Baker. And CoLA are off and running.
Blocking foul there.
Just slightly. Just slightly. Ayton takes a breather. Agbarika checks in. Coach Emery calling for the charge. Agbarika to inbound for CoLA. Finds Anderson across court. Lavin back to Anderson at the top. She's got handles. Agbarika drive in. Collapse defense from the Wolves. 2-point shot goes for Anderson. 62-18. Under 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Bautista. Yaud. Bautista. Yaud for the triple. Sinks it for the Worcester Wolves ladies. 21 on the board now. Long leap pass. And Lavin is there to put it in for two.
Lavin is so quick to get up to the court, up the other end of the court. Her transition is lightning quick.
Baker.
That's something that we need to see from the Worcester Wolves going forward.
Hall finds Bautista. She goes for the triple. Short, but Hall just can't keep hold of the rebound, and Agbarika comes up with it, out of bounds, and it will be Worcester Wolves ladies ball.
Indeed.
Lavin takes a breather. Twolu checks in for her.
And Wolves now kind of have the size advantage. Neither Lavin or Ozzy Momodu are in the game.
Hand in from Twolu, and it will be Wolves to inbound again through number 10, Naomi Turner. Finds Bautista. Back to Turner, but can't keep it in bounds, and it will be CoLA ball. Agbarika for CoLA. Twolu thinks about the three and a travelling violation. Just moved her standing foot there. Plain to see for everybody in the arena, unfortunately.
A bit indecisive on that one, but you could tell what she was trying to go for. Maybe a bit of a pump fake, try and sell the defender.
Naomi Turner drives, dishes, and finds Yaud, who finds Baker. Better ball movement for the Wolves ladies. Bautista draws a foul.
Will be going to the line, potentially.
And it looks like Amode's taken a big hit there.
Down there. maybe seek some medical attention here.
Gets back to her feet just about, but will need some support to get off the court by the looks of it.
Let's hope that everything is okay. Ode, one of the important players for CoLA. She's clapped off the court to receive some medical attention. Hopefully we get some good news back. Hopefully that she is, there's nothing serious.
Absolutely, O'Connell will check in for her. Bautista to the line for 2 for the Worcester Wolves ladies. For the foul just before the injury. First is good from Bautista. And converts both from the line. O'Connell brings the ball up for CoLA. Twolu drives, can't get that to go. Bautista comes up with it and is off and running for the Wolves ladies. Turner finds Yaud for a quick release triple, doesn't fall, and a rebound grabbed by Eitel Rock, who's fouled.
Jump ball call, I think. Possession arrow in favour of CoLA.
Jump ball called, apologies. Thought that was a foul from Layla Hall over the back, but obviously ref saw that slightly different. So it's O'Connell for the ball with CoLA. Eitel Rock looking for options, finds O'Connell. O'Connell falls to the screen, doesn't use it, goes wide to Masawi. That 3 doesn't fall for CoLA. Bautista.
And that's the help that we need, the high screens for the high press.
Baker. Bautista. Closely guarded by O'Connell. She pulls up and it falls for 2. O'Connell with a long range pass. And Eitel Rock is fouled as she goes to the basket.
Transition defense there from the Wolves. 3 players getting back, 2 players kind of slacking, and that's where the fouls are being drawn. The defense is then drawn to the player that's pretty much fast breaking to the hoop, and that's where easy fouls come from.
Absolutely, foul was called on number 8 in Bautista. Eitel Rock is good with her first from the free throw line. Unlucky with her second. Yaud grabs the rebound and is fouled. By number 8, Engvarika. Substitution for the Wolves. Baker takes a breather and Rollins checks back in. Bautista. And foul is given against number 11, Emily O'Connell for CoLA.
CoLA now in team fouls, I believe, so Emma will be going to the line. 4-2. As I mentioned before, she's a very good free throw shooter. Sorry,
she's a good 3-point shooter as
and
well.
And she's a dead eye. She's just a great shooter in general.
And commentator's first misses the first.
I will shut my mouth in future. I think I've got a knack for just bringing things into the game.
There we go. Gets the second.
Hey, see how I don't mention anything and then she scores.
Emily O'Connell bringing the ball up for CoLA. Looking to go to work. Twolu. Travelling violation given against Ranch Twolu for CoLA. Good stand by Inma Bautista on defense. Yaud finds Bautista.
Nice turn there by Bautista.
Rowlands on the cut, and a travelling violation is given against Jessie Rowlands.
I think Tualu might have caught an elbow to the face, maybe. It was pretty close.
Aiton inbounds and finds O'Connell. Twolu. Dishes inside and finds Eberika for a 2 off the window. Bautista. Turner. Yaud is fouled as she goes to the hoop, and she will go to the line for 2 free throws from the line. Foul given against number 12, Blanche Twolu for CoLA. First is good. Yaud, another one of those shooters that is normally consistent from the line, but misses the second as I was about to say it.
Indeed.
Timeout called there by the Wolves ladies. 1 minute 34 to go in this third quarter, 40-point ball game in favour of CoLA. It's been a tough afternoon for Worcester Wolves ladies. Not much really to say that we haven't already said. It seems that when they move the ball and they find the spots, they find those open players and they drive into the basket, they're picking up those fouls. So for me, if you're Coach Emery here, this is about pride. This is about bringing something that you can take into next season and finishing this 11 minutes 34 of basketball on a positive note, moving the ball, finding those spots and keeping the confidence there, ready to rebuild for next season. Thoughts on what you'd be saying if you're Coach Emery here, Reece?
Get back to playing our basketball. Try and do yourselves proud. Don't hang your heads down. Hold your heads high. Be proud of what you've done. The game might have slipped away in the first half, but just go out there and enjoy the rest of the game, because the way that it's looking, playoffs could be missed, and this might be the final game of the season in general. So this might be the last time that they play, in competition with each other. So let's hope that they just enjoy.
Bautista can't get it to go out of bounds. CoLA ball.
And we haven't seen much of Calderon in this second half. She is obviously recovering from an injury, coming back only a short while ago. So it'll be a while until she comes back to full fitness.
O'Connell drives and dishes. Masawi Twolu for a triple, doesn't fall. Rebound. Battle inside. Comes off a Wolves player, so it will be CoLA ball to inbound.
Yeah, Turner can't keep the ball.
And Blanche Twolu to inbound. Finds O'Connell free on at the 3-point line, but can't convert.
Lucky that she missed the shot. You can't leave a shooter like O'Connell open.
Foul given against number 8. Eberika for CoLA, so it will be a Wolves.
Substitution's going to have to be made soon, so she doesn't foul out of the game.
Yeah, she will now take a breather, and Jackie Pearson checks in. Both teams in team fouls going into the back end of this third quarter, so Bautista will go to the line for 2. Misses the first.
And the team supporting the players are ready for the rebounds. The first ones to go over.
Gets the second.
Sinks her 10th point of the game.
O'Connell long. The swirl.
Look at how fast this team is on the transition.
Masaru with the 2 on the execution. Turner, skip pass across. Yaud drives. There we go. Some space. Can't get it to go. Tipped up in the air, and Masawi comes up with it. Switches direction with a crossover. Finds Jackie Pearson. O'Connell. Jackie Pearson for a triple, and sinks it for CoLA.
Just look at how fast they are moving up the court. It's poetry in motion from CoLA right now, and they should be reveling in this moment as they push towards the playoffs.
Bautista for the triple in reply, and she sinks it.
and she's going to be showing her quality. She's going to want to go out fighting.
O'Connell, interception by Rowlands, and Bautista is off and running.
You look at her eyes right now, and she looks like there's a fire lit.
And she goes to the hoop for two. Back-to-back scores from Inma Bautista. And that draws the third quarter to a close. Worcester Wolves ladies 33. City of London Academy Southwark Pride 72. Tough afternoon here at the University of Worcester Arena for the Wolves ladies.
There's a 39-point gap going into the last 10 minutes, and it's going to be quite difficult in order to come back here. But showing some flashes of brilliance from Inma Bautista, getting to the line. That amazing three-point shot, as we mentioned, as she went to the line before. She's an amazing three-point shooter, and she's great at drawing fouls and going to the hoop as well. So she is going to be the key if they want to stand a chance at showing what they can showcase for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and it's uncharacteristic from Inma Bautista today. 3 from 11 from the field and 1 from 7 from 3-point range. Is that? Yeah, no, 2-point range. 1 from 7 from 2-point range and 2 from 4 from 3-point range. So 3 points, I'd pretty much say that's where she's been at for the majority of the season, but 2-point range is she's normally probably a 5 from 7, I would say, on that stat line. So yeah, it's an uncharacteristic game from her, but we have to bear in mind she played 40 minutes yesterday against Barking Abbey, and that was a tough game. For anybody that watched that game, you would have seen how physical and dominating that Barking Abbey wanted to be inside, and to shut Bautista down. They did their homework.
Yep.
I think for me, going into this fourth quarter, if we're going to see Wolves pitch or comeback, it's going to be Inma Bautista, and I think Shona Williams has got to do more of what she was doing at the back end of that second quarter, getting the ball in the post, going to work, either drawing the fouls or getting the points off the move. So those two are going to be key, and as we see them come out onto court, it is Inma Bautista, Jess Baker, Shona Williams, Naomi Turner, and Imogen Youd. Imogen Youd is a dead-eye three-point shooter when she gets that little bit of space, so if we can start freeing her up as well, we might see a bit more from her. And it will be Naomi Turner to inbound for the Worcester Wolves ladies. And the fourth quarter is underway with Jess Baker on the ball. Bautista dishes Youd. Turner for a triple. Doesn't fall, but Shona Williams is there for the rebound. Can't get that to go.
Bautista was free at the top of the three-point line, and
Twolu dishes. O'Connell. Jakimi Pearson doesn't get it to go with the circus shot. Twolu is out of bounds as she throws that to Jakimi Pearson, so it will be a Wolves ladies ball.
And us sitting here in the arena, we can hear head coach Ryan Emery, and he's wanting his players to talk, and that's something that we have seen that they haven't been able to do, is communicate.
Baker with a triple, doesn't fall. Jakimi Pearson comes up with it, and O'Connell is off and running for CoLA. She's going to go coast to coast, but is fouled.
Foul on, I think it might have been Turner.
Waiting for it to go up on the board. No, Inma Bautista. And O'Connell will go to the line for 2.
That's her 4th foul of the game. Ryan will not want to take her out of the game. Ryan can't take her out of the game.
Absolutely, he's been saying to her, stay away from the option of a foul. O'Connell misses both, and Naomi Turner comes down with the rebound and finds Bautista on the run. Into Shona Williams. Dishes, Youd, Baker. She's got to take that shot for me. Youd, nice movement, and Shona Williams can't finish.
When you're open like that, you need to take the shot. We saw that from Layla Hall in the first half. If you're open, shoot it. It might go in.
Kimmy Pearson puts a foot out of bounds, so will be Wolves ball.
You need to ramp up the confidence. Take those shots. You make them. You're a hero. You know.
As you said, you miss
You miss every shot
that
you don't take.
Yeah. Williams can't get it to go. Great press defense. O'Connell trying to get the ball over and just manages to do so. And Ayton converts with a 2.
Shona Williams has gone down.
Taking a bang. Timeout called there by CoLA. 8:24 to go in this fourth quarter. CoLA up 74 points to Wolves 33.
And CoLA, I'm not sure why they would call the timeout. Maybe they, not seeing something that they are happy with. But I mean, they're up by 41. Maybe giving Shona Williams a bit of time to recover. She hit the floor quite badly actually. So, but as I was saying before, Jess Baker was open for 3, and you said for you have to shoot it. I think for everyone watching and everyone here in the arena knows you have to be shooting that shot. You can't pass up an open 3-point shot if it's in your game. And Baker can hit those shots. She's shown it in practice and in games that she can be relied upon to go for those 3-point shots. So if you're called upon, the time is yours to shine.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's a little bit of a lack of confidence for this Wolves ladies side being down 41 points. So I think she's a little bit nervous about taking that shot just in case it misses and wants to look for a better shot. But that's an open shot. However, Shona Williams did find the space, just couldn't convert from inside the paint. But for me, you've got to shoot that shot. It's there for you. So as we go into coming out of the timeout, 8:24 to go for this fourth quarter of basketball here at the University of Worcester Arena. WNBL Division 1 fixture between the City of London Academy Southwark Pride and the Worcester Wolves ladies. On court for the Wolves ladies, Naomi Turner, Inma Bautista, Jess Baker, Imogen Yowd and Shona Williams. And we are off and running, and it's Bautista bringing the ball up. I think what we've seen there is the coach Jackson Gibbons switch to a zone defense. I think that's what that timeout was called for.
Absolutely. You see Inma Bautista running up the court and the hands are up instantly. So you got to look for the zone. You've got to look to push those shooters out. And CoLA are looking to keep they don't slow down this team.
Good stand, Jakimi Pearson. O'Connell, Twalu in the corner. And good defense there from Shona Williams on Ital Rock, and Bautista is up. Turner has it taken off by O'Connell, throws it out, and Ayton finds Twalu inside. That won't go, tipped out, and Baker comes up with it for the Wolves ladies. Out of bounds, Wolves ladies ball. Bautista. Williams into Turner. Good way to break the zonal defense with a nice cut baseline from Naomi Turner, found by Shona Williams with an assist. Twalu.
And the Wolves on defensive transition, they have to be talking more. They have to be communicating. These fouls are going to keep coming up and up and up. If they only have 2 or 3 players back, they're going to have to challenge. And especially with Inma Bautista on 4 fouls already, she's going to have to. She's going to have to sit out if she picks up another foul.
Masawi and Egbarica check in. O'Connell and Jakimi Pearson take a breather. And it is number 12, Blanche Twalu, at the line for CoLA. First is good, all string from her. Second to come. And gets both from the line. High arc on that free throw shot, but seems to work for her.
If you get a high arcing shot, it's one of the hardest shots to ever guard. You can't guard a high arcing shot.
Baker finds Bautista. And she puts up a little floater, and that drops friendly for Inma Bautista. Final 7 minutes of this WNBL Division 1 game between CoLA and Worcester Wolves ladies. Barika, closely guarded by Baker, goes past her, dishes, Twalu, and Ayton for three, doesn't fall. Bautista comes up with it, looks out and finds Jess Baker on the run. Bautista gets it back, drives, finds Yaud, thinks about it, steps in, dishes to Bautista. Bautista hesitates, goes all the way through, and a hand in from Twalu gives it to Wolves ladies.
I think the big thing to highlight is Coach Gibbons and how well he's been able to scout. You know, I think that's the story. You know, the homework that he's done to be able to shut down players like Emma Bautista and Imogen Yaud and Shona Williams just by pinching. You know, bringing two defenders. Defensive help has been a huge story of this game for CoLA.
Jess Baker takes a breather and Jessie Rowlands checks in for her. Bautista with a triple! Doesn't fall on the buzzer, and Naomi Turner comes up with a rebound. Finds Yaud. Nice head fake. Turner long range two. Doesn't fall. Tips out of bounds. And will be a Wolves possession. Substitution coming in. Kimmy Pearson will check in, and Twalu will take a breather for CoLA. Inma Bautista, captain of the Worcester Wolves ladies, inbounds, finds Williams. Rowlands. Bautista with a triple. Doesn't fall. Ital Rock gets the rebound, and we are off and away with Masawi for CoLA. Hand in from two players, but manages to keep hold of it. And travelling violation is given against number 9, Laura Masawi.
It was risky from Bautista trying to poke the ball free there, but it was a good poke, and she was able to stop the momentum, stop the fast break.
Especially being on 4 fouls.
Indeed, that's why it was risky.
Shona Williams going to work in the post. Nice move from Shona Williams off the glass.
Strong to the basket. Shona Williams showing why she's on the court at this point and why she's been an integral part of this Wolves team this season.
Kimmy Pearson hands over to Ayton, who finds number 8, Barika, apologies, and she can't find the pass. Bautista, Rowlands, Williams, into Bautista. This is better from the Wolves ladies. And a timeout called by Coach Jackson Gibbons of CoLA. And I think the reason for that is Wolves were starting to go on a little bit of a run there.
Liquid basketball in this fourth quarter. Maybe a bit too late, but this is where maybe the substitutions are coming in for CoLA to stop the momentum of the Worcester Wolves from coming up too much. I mean, CoLA have not been able to score in a couple minutes now, so I think that maybe some defensive rotations need to be made. And Emma Bautista has been carrying this team so far in the second half with a lot of really, really good passing, really good team play to get Emma Bautista open for her shot.
Yeah, she's moved on to 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And Shona Williams coming off the bench, played 24.5 minutes, 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist and 1 steal. Sorry, 2 assists and 1 steal. And she's come off the bench and played really well. And I think when you can get the ball inside to her and she can move, she can use that footwork to rotate on the post. She's been dangerous down low. We just haven't seemed to use it enough today. And obviously, Coach Jackson Gibbons and assistant coach Jay Williams have definitely put the work in on the scout of Inma Bautista to shut her down.
Well, if it wasn't for that scout, I mean, Emma Bautista on 19 points now. Without that scout, she could be on 30. Yeah. She could have all the open shots in the world, but I mean, with those turnovers, there's been 32 turnovers from the Worcester Wolves, and without those turnovers, this would be a very, very close game.
Sorry. And Turner takes it off. A nice play from Naomi Turner for the Worcester Wolves ladies. She gets it back from Bautista. Finds Bautista, thinks about the triple, drives and finds Rowlands but can't convert. Out of bounds, CoLA ball. Substitution coming for CoLA. Ayton takes a breather. Twalu checks in for her. Hands it back to Shakimi Pearson. Marika finds Twalu. Jimmy Pearson thinks about the triple, drives, finding some space. Out of bounds from number 9, Lauren Masawi, so it will be Wolves to inbound through number 9, Imogen Yaud.
Now we see Ayton coming into the game. Rotation obviously seems like it'd be needed by Coach Gibbons.
Holding the clock off. Hall, Rowlands, Bautista for a triple, sinks it! Emma Bautista up to 22 points in this game.
That's it. Dead-eye three-point shooter. You can't do anything about that. When Emma Bautista is open.
Twalu for CoLA, drives all the way through for 2 off the window. Nice move there from Blanche Twalu.
That was a very, very nice left-handed layup straight to the basket. The pace on the drive.
Rowlands for the triple. Back irons, and number 9, Masawi picks up the ball for CoLA and finds Twalu. Back to Masawi at the top. Skip across. Marika drives. Trying to find some space. Can't get it to go. Out of bounds. Wolves ball comes off. Number 13, Summer Eitelrock. And it will be Turner to inbound, and she finds Inma Bautista. Yaud was open. Bautista for another triple. That doesn't fall, and Twalu's there for the rebound. Wolves ladies taking these shots, trying to bring back, and a kickball there by Bautista. Good vision to stick her foot out and stop that pass going in. Otherwise, that was a easy 2 off the window for CoLA.
Indeed, and Bautista's now mirrored her her display from yesterday. 22 points. Exactly like yesterday's game.
And it is Eitelrock at the top. Turning around looking for options. Fairly static now from CoLA.
Not passing the ball around with as much pace as usual.
Marika can't get it to go. Hall comes down with the rebound. Rowlands hands over to Bautista. Bautista, skip past to Hall. Rowlands, Yaud with a triple, sinks it for the Worcester Wolves ladies. Brings them up to 47-78 against CoLA here at the University of Worcester Arena. WNBL Division 1 fixture finale of the season.
And that spot there for Imogen Yaud is a favourite spot for the three-point.
High arcing shot from Ayton. Doesn't go, and it will be the Wolves to inbound. Imogen Yaud takes a breather, looking depleted after running some big minutes today.
Indeed, very, very impressive display from her, trying to do what she can.
Hall keeps hold of it, finds Rowlands, and she can't finish. Naomi Turner comes up with it, dishes out, Calderon, Bautista, and she is fouled. I don't think there was an argument against that foul from Chantal Ayton.
I think the instructions from Coach Emery there to Emma Bautista, if you get the ball, just shoot it.
Yeah. Bautista finds Calderon, gets it back, and she's fouled again by number 12, Grace Twalu.
Twalu with the reach and foul there, trying to poke the ball free. And when you've got handles like Emma Bautista, you are not able to get that ball. She is so crafty the way that she carries the ball.
And it will be Inma Bautista to inbound for the Wolves ladies. Finds Calderon. Calderon drives, holds the ball up, finds Bautista. Great pass inside to Turner. Manages to get free but can't finish. Ayton comes up with it over the timeline. Twalu gets it back from Masawi. Marika for the triple, overcooks it. Mid-range 2, doesn't fall. Travelling violation given against number 13, Summer Eitelrock for CoLA. Wolves to inbound, 1:21 to go in this fourth quarter.
And the high press start, Ayton, pretty much fresh legs.
Bautista dishes, finds Rowlands, and an offensive foul is given against number 8, Inma Bautista, who unfortunately picks up her 5th and final personal foul and will have to take a seat for the rest of this game. Imogen Yao checks in for her. Performance from Inma Bautista has been fantastic today.
22 points there for Inma Bautista.
Ayton brings it over for CoLA. And a jump ball is called, and possession arrow in favour of CoLA. 1:03 to go in this fourth quarter. CoLA 78, Wolves 47. Ayton to inbound. Calderon putting the pressure on here. Egberika finds Twalu. Jab steps twice, goes now. And a foul is called against number 10, Naomi Turner.
Indeed. Only the second foul of the game for Turner.
Twalu finds Egberika. She drives, dishes inside.
2 defenders there drawing contact. And the foul there on Calderon. It hasn't been on the floor for too long since in this fourth quarter.
Ask the question of the referee what that was for, and it will send Eitelrock to the line for 2. He's unlucky with the first. Is unlucky with the second. Rebound grabbed by number 8. Egberika. She will go to the line for 2.
It's just pushing towards the end of the game now.
Calderon has also picked up her 5th and final personal foul. She's fouled out of the game.
And time for Baker to come into the game, it looks like.
Yeah, 48.2 seconds remains. Jess Baker checks back in.
It seems like the team's heads are dropped going into the final 50 seconds.
Yeah, a bit of frustration coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to force things.
I mean, this second half, it's been a different story. The Wolves, you know, the ladies will be very proud of themselves, especially for the second half, the way that they've been playing. The first half was you know, you'd write them off, but if you were to compare the first and the second half, they're completely different.
Hall with the ball in for Wolves. Finds Yaud on the peel. Jump stop 2 is short and goes out of bounds.
Unfortunately there, she might have had a little bit of contact there, but not enough to call a foul, and yeah, you're not hitting anywhere near the target, which is unfortunate, and unlike Yaud there on the triple.
And Barika brings the ball over the timeline. 10 seconds between game and shot clock. Barika pulls up, doesn't fall. Yaud gets it out, and Rowlands brings the ball over the timeline. Wolves ladies will keep playing. Hall, Yaud drives, and an offensive foul is given against Imogen Yaud. Withdraw from Barika. Wolves ladies in
team fouls.
Team fouls.
And
sideline possession Swalu brings it, hands it in to Egberica. And as we finish the game here at the University of Worcester Arena, CoLA take it 80 points to 47 against the Worcester Wolves ladies. And that concludes the WNBL Division 1 season for our Worcester Wolves ladies here. Huge thank you to all of you that have been watching at home this afternoon and throughout this season. Your continued support of this Worcester Wolves ladies team is second to none, and we hope to welcome you all back to the arena next season for games in person. Huge thank you to Reese, who has joined us this afternoon, and a huge thank you to everybody involved here at the University of Worcester Arena and the Worcester Wolves ladies for continuing to bring this season and some exciting basketball. Thank you and have a great summer, and we will see you back here in September/October.